got a new trailer for Karate Kid Legends. Let's get right to it. Trailer time.
You want to talk about it?
My mom wants us to leave everything behind.
Sometimes it is the only way to move forward.
You come to America. New rules. New school. No fighting. You make any friends?
Yeah, I did. One.
What's his name?
Mia?
You study karate or something?
Kung Fu. Used to. I don't do any of that anymore.
Yeah, you're clearly over it.
Who's your friend?
Connor, don't start.
You really want to do this?
You can't step to guys like him. He wins the 5 boroughs every year. It's the biggest tournament in the city.
In life, you have only one question. Is it worth fighting for it or not?
So we're just supposed to let him fight. So that he can end up like his brother.
So that he does not end up like his brother. Li means to me what you meant to Sensei Miyagi. I want Li to learn Miyagi karate.
I'm sorry, Mr. Han. I wish I could help you.
You will.
I'm not coming to New York.
I will see you in the Big Apple. Sensei LaRusso.
Let's make a Karate Kid.
You have a foundation of Kung Fu.
We're gonna build upon that with karate.
Ancient way.
Miyagi way. There's 2 of them.
Focus!
This represents the history between the 2 families. 2 branches, 1 tree. This is why I came to train you. Remember what you're fighting for.
When you understand that, you'll be ready.
I was born in the struggle, born to survive.
Alrighty, real quick before I share my thoughts on it, be sure to join me down below in the comment section. Let me know, what did you think about it, as well as your excitement level for it, all of that fun stuff, experience with Cobra Kai, Karate Kid, your on-ramp to the now ongoing franchise that's in all sorts of media. Love to hear your thoughts on all of it. If you want to know my thoughts on Cobra Kai, Karate Kid, I did a ranking of all the Karate Kid movies many years back, and then have covered Cobra Kai just a few months ago when the series ended. You can check that out, I don't know, somewhere around here. I'm going to give it one more watch, and then I'm going to start talking. Alrighty, I've said it many times before. The Karate Kid is one of my favorite movies of all time, a film that I grew up with. And then Jackie Chan was actually pivotal in my journey into becoming film critic guy. That my very first movie website, way back in the late 90s, was a Jackie Chan fan page. And that predated any of this by over 15 years, and in its own way led to me doing what I'm doing currently. I was a massive fan of the show Cobra Kai. So, them doing a Karate Kid legacy sequel that pulls in the remake from 15 years back in with the main storyline. There's a lot in that pulls together so many things that I love in really fun ways. But there's always that question of what's your logic going to be for how you're going to merge them if you didn't feel like you could merge them when you originally did the remake, as well as what stories left to tell in here, how will they have chemistry, dynamics, all of that fun stuff, how will it work? And with this trailer, I'd say the first teaser kind of was more of a vibes trailer of like what's the energy that we're going for this version, and this one plays up our setup a little bit more. And I would say for the most part, it's tough for me to not be a little bit concerned when it's so beat for beat the classic formula. We are doing the same thing again. Kid moves to a new city where he likes a girl. There's evil karate school. There it is. And, I mean, that's what they did in the original. That's what they did in the remake. And that's what we're doing again. And, of course, there was the inversion of it in Cobra Kai. But I think Cobra Kai is an example of how you can lean into the formula, but subvert the entire thing. It's has all the beats that you want, but in a fresh new way. This trailer, it's just the same thing. It's the exact thing. Family moves. There's a girl. There's bullies. We got to train him for a tournament. Like, that's the exact formula and template. Without any, in the trailer, like, the movie might have some twists, some turns, some spice to it that makes it interesting. In the trailer, it's the most straightforward version of we're just going to do what we did before. Once again. And that's disappointing that that's what they have. There were rumors that the original version of the script had a inversion of it where the kid knows karate and he's teaching a man karate, like a pizza guy that works at a pizza place, a grown man karate, which is an inversion of the formula. It would just be a terrible idea for a script. Whereas here, we're just sticking to the formula, and that's disappointing. That that doesn't mean the movie will be bad, but at face value, it feels like it's not taking the needed risks or bringing something fresh to the table. It makes it very clear the movie's pure novelty, their selling point, but the trailers, movie could be different from this, is that, hey, look, we're just doing the two together. We don't have a way to do that with a clever story, so we're doing the same exact story that those characters already did. In the case of Ralph Macchio, a bunch of times. But we're going to do it with the two characters together. Oh, I mean, I guess you didn't even mention the next Karate Kid, where they did it there too, where she's having trouble and everything like that, and people move. There's the bully police squad. He gets trained. But even the next Karate Kid at least broke the formula in that, like, it wasn't exactly evil Karate Kid, a karate dojo, and it's not a tournament at the end. It's stupid what they do, but at least it broke the formula. And here it's just like the trailer sells it as the exact formula. I really hope they've got more in there. All that said, I've been very negative the first part of this. All that said, does it hit all the right notes for me as soon as Jackie Chan's on the screen? Yeah, it does. Is seeing Jackie Chan, Ralph Macchio together training someone in karate kung fu, does that give me the feels? Does that like, ooh? Does it hit the right nostalgia notes? Yeah, it does. And so, like, I'm sure this is going to offer at least the feels. It's going to give you those moments that you want of pulling things together. In particular, I mean, you talk about a movie kind of manufactured for my history and things that I'm into. Here it is. But does it currently feel like they have a fresh story to tell? Or is it just an excuse to tell the same story with just the two guys? It feels a little bit too much just an excuse to do the two guys. I hope there's more to it. I hope they change it up a little bit more. They're holding back on something that it's not, so that they don't give everything away. And so what they can give away is the stuff that we already know. So when you watch the movie, you're like, oh, cool, I'm glad they held that back. Which sometimes is the trick of marketing, that you give too much away about what's fresh, cool, new about your movie. People complain you showed the whole film. But if you don't do that, in this case, maybe, hopefully, it means that your trailer just feels too much, just doing beat for beat what they did before. Don't be too much of a wet blanket on this one, because I still very excited for it. I am going in only wanting to be blown away by the whole thing. Put my shirt on today, hoping for an awesome trailer, and I got a trailer that gave me the feels when it was supposed to, but it didn't sell me on the plot having something interesting enough, fresh enough to justify its existence. Check out my other Cobra Kai Karate Kid content all around here, and keep talking movies and TV too much. Bye-bye.